Here are the best players to pick up heading into week 12. At running back, Chicago Bears' Roshan Johnson was noticeably more involved under new offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. Lead running back DeAndre Swift had 14 carries, and Johnson had 10. Roshan only gained 33 yards, but those opportunities were in the red zone, and maybe he is the new designated goal line back moving forward. Roshan did find the end zone for a 1-yard score. Johnson is a low-volume, TD-dependent option, but worthy of a roster spot as we get into the final weeks of the fantasy football regular season. The Bears will host the Vikings in Week 12. For some reason, if Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson is sitting on your waiver wire, you need to use the rest of your fab dollars or your waiver position to secure him. Even if you have a quarterback you like, it's time to play keep away from your opponents. AR-15 had 272 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. He also had 10 rushing attempts for 32 yards and 2 more touchdowns. This is the league-winning upside fantasy managers had hoped for during the draft prep season. The Colts will visit the Lions and then the Patriots before they have their Week 14 bye. It's a mystery why the Miami Dolphins offense can't get the ball to their 2-star wide receivers, but they seem to feature their journeyman tight end Janu Smith, who exploded for 101 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns in Sunday's win over the Raiders. Janu had a 57-yard touchdown that looked like the defense was a little bit confused on a busted coverage, but counts all the same in fantasy football. Smith led the team with 8 targets, and Janu is seeing at least 6 targets in 5 of the last 6 games. Janu Smith is well inside the projected top 12 tight ends until further notice. He's rostered in less than 50% of the mainstream websites, so check if he's there, and even if he's not, he's worth making a sizable trade offer if you're in tight end trouble heading into the final weeks of the season. Tamm Hill, the 34-year-old tight end on the New Orleans Saints, went bonkers with 138 rushing yards and 3 TDs. The do-it-all Swiss Army knife also added 8 receptions on 10 targets for 50 receiving yards. Hill even threw a pass that was intercepted. Tamm Hill should obviously be picked up and rostered, but we've seen this story before where you start in the following week and it gives you almost no usable production. So what? We see the upside and we're going to take the good with the bad in our fantasy lineups. The Saints do have a bye in Week 12, so it's possible that a fantasy manager has to drop him to fill another roster spot in this upcoming week. Pick him up and you could play him in Week 13 when the Saints will visit the LA Rams. If you enjoy videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to get notified when RotoWire puts up new video content every single day. Let us know in the comments who you're going to be picking up ahead of Week 12.